Hey, welcome back to Keana Sky Speaks podcast. Today we're going to be talking about shadow workers and light workers. And which one are you? Are you a shadow worker, one that works in the dark to help bring the light? Or are you a light worker trying to use the light to break through the darkness? I came here to be a light worker, and I know this for a fact because that's my soul contract. I came here to represent the light. That does not disclude the darkness whatsoever in my life because ever since I became a light worker, I have become targeted and the darkness is very present in my life, especially when I started to do this YouTube channel and the videos. Um, Darkness came and I overcame it, but it was a hard couple of days. A few days ago, after I did all of my podcast series and my meditation, it was a hard week, energetically. But I'm still going. I'm still going to be the light in the darkness and the beacon, the hope and the love that so many people need in this dark world. Now I'm going to cover what a shadow worker is, or a shadow walker. A shadow walker walks in the darkness and is constantly in the darkness, trying to use the darkness to alchemize it to light. But also, a shadow worker is someone who is literally in the trenches all the time. They don't come out of the darkness, they just work with it. And I have a problem with that because where does that lead? If you're not balancing it with light, then you're all darkness and not necessarily evil, but it can lead to that. I've come here to alchemize the darkness and the evil into light and to help people realize what kind of light they possess and what kind of mission they're on. Light workers and shadow workers don't have the same mission, but they both alchemize. I believe that light workers alchemize darkness into light, and shadow workers, they use the darkness to also help people find the light. So at the end of the day, light is my answer. Light is the key. Light is where I came from, and light is where I be. Light is me. So I believe that, and a lot of people do not believe that it's just all love and light. I don't believe it's just all love and light. I believe you have to work on your shadow at all times, and sooner or later, both your light and shadow, they'll integrate, and your shadow will mostly fall off, but it will integrate into your light so that you can alchemize. Not everyone believes that, but I do, and I don't really actually mind debating about it and talking about it and maybe coming to the same conclusion or a different conclusion. It doesn't matter what you believe as long as there is this distinction. There is evil in this world, very bad evil. And I want to help transmute that into light, into goodness, into happiness, into joy. And I've been doing that since at least 2020. And my overall stance on it is that I'm not perfect, and I'm not I'm not perfect. And when I am alchemizing, sometimes I get more darkness, sometimes I get more light. But I just want to expose the evil and the darkness in this world with my light. That's my goal. And I'm really not sure about everyone else's goal, but if you want to, you can comment down in the comments. What's your goal? What do you strive to do? Do you strive to help others get out of the darkness, or do you help others with their darkness, letting them go into it, while you go into their darkness as well, because I've done this before too, but I cannot let myself get caught in somebody else's darkness at the cost of my own soul. But I will help you. I will help you get out of your darkness. That's part of being a light worker. I found out that I was a light worker just a couple of months ago. I never used that term. I used to call myself a witch. And while it's still true, I'm a witch, I'm a alchemist. And I don't practice witchcraft. So that's why I stepped back from calling myself a witch. I do some I do some practices in witchcraft, mostly with the elements. That's where my witchcraft lies. The elements and nature and all of that. I don't do rituals. I do rituals, but they're not rituals, they're practices for me. I do rituals. Um, I do grid work and light work and light codes and all of that to bring light to the world. I also do this podcast to bring light. I do my TikTok, my Facebook. Social media is my springboard to give light out to other people, give light energy out to people. And I really am struggling with getting across the fact that even if you're a light worker, that doesn't mean you're dismissing the dark. And so many people think when I start talking about it, they're like, "No, you have to like integrate the darkness." Well, yeah, you do sometimes, but not all the time, and you don't have to stay in the darkness. Um, that's one thing I'm really passionate about, but at the same time, there's people that are doing their dark work and their chaos magic and all of that. But I'm not all about the dark. I'm not all about that. I'm all about the light. I'm all about glowing and beaming in the light and the sun energy and all of that. I'm not a dark worker. I'm not a shadow worker. I don't stay in the shadows. That's the old me. The old me stayed in the shadows and didn't come out to see the light. So this is why I am so adamant about this, because yes, you can work in the darkness, but you have to step out of the darkness. You have to. You have to come into the light at some point. But that does not dismiss shadow work. That does not dismiss working with the darkness that is inside of you, because it's very important that you get in touch with you, yourself, and your shadow before you become a light worker. So that's all I wanted to bring to you all today. I just wanted to make sure that I was clear about it, because I don't dismiss the dark. I just don't live in it. Have a good day.
Please, I'm begging you. Please.